Hi, I'm Sue King, archivist at Morrison Reeves Library and the board of the Wayne County Historical Museum. I'm out here at Earlham Cemetery on a gorgeous, warm, sunny, beautiful colors kind of a day in October, which would be perfect for Tales from the Departed. Unfortunately, it's 2020 and nothing goes according to plan. We didn't want to let the centennial of women's suffrage go by completely unnoticed, so we are going to do the next best thing, a virtual Tales from the Departed. We know it's not the best, but under the circumstances, it's about all we can do. So I hope you enjoy these short little videos that we're going to post, and hopefully we'll be able to meet back here in the cemetery next year. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Esther Griffin White. I was born right here in Wayne County. My father was a school teacher and also ran a small newspaper in Dublin, Indiana. Perhaps that's why I became a journalist. My whole family was very artistically gifted. I had 2 brothers and 1 sister, and they were all involved in the arts as painters or musicians or writers. I myself published 3 volumes of poetry, but I mostly spent my time as a journalist. At some point in my life, I worked for all of the newspapers in Richmond, as well as some in Indianapolis. And I offered a few things to national publications too. I loved the arts, and in addition to my work as a journalist, I was good friends with people in the Richmond group of artists, among them John Bundy, Charles Connor, George Baker, and I collected quite a number of paintings from them, and I helped to get them well known in this area by writing about them in my columns. I did lots of different kinds of writing for the newspapers. I wrote society columns, I wrote about the annual Chautauqua, I did art reviews. Just whatever an editor needed, that's what I would provide. I also loved to bring culture into this area. Richmond was not large enough for its own professional orchestra, so I would arrange for traveling orchestras to come and do concerts here, sometimes lecturers also. I remember one time in particular, there was a concert that I had arranged for a Sunday. And the local worthies said that was against the law. You couldn't have a concert on a Sunday, the Lord's Day. But when 2 policemen came to arrest me, they saw that it was a sold-out concert, and in the face of that huge crowd, they just backed off and quietly went away and left us to enjoy our wonderful music. I was also very involved in winning the right to vote for women. Someone who inspired me greatly was Dr. Mary Thomas. She worked tirelessly for abolition, for women's rights, and against the evils of liquor. When she died in 1888, I remember it so clearly, almost all of the town closed down for her funeral, and she specifically requested that there be 6 women to be pallbearers for her coffin. 2 women represented her work for temperance, 2 women represented the work for women's rights, and 2 women of color represented the work for abolition and the rights of all people. So, as I grew up, I also was very active in the work for Votes for Women. I was a member of the Indiana Women's Franchise League, and in fact, I was chairman of the 6th District for a time. And I would travel back and forth to Indianapolis to attend statewide meetings and also to write about it for the Indianapolis Star. One of the most exciting times was in 1916, when there was a grand national suffrage parade in Chicago. I was one of the marshals for the parade. And there were 5,000 women marching. It didn't matter that it was raining. We were fighting for our right to vote, to be equal citizens. And what was especially exciting in that parade was there were 2 elephants marching with a great plank in between them saying, "Votes for Women," or "Suffrage Plank." That was to try to get a plank in the Republican Party platform for votes for women. And when other state delegations found out about the elephants, they thought they would do something similar. So California sent a tame grizzly bear to walk in the parade, and Nevada sent a Mustang. It was a wonderful day. Several years after that, in 1920, when the 19th Amendment was passed but not yet ratified by all the states, I decided that I would like to be a delegate to the Republican convention in Indiana. So I requested to have my name on the ballot. Well, the local election board wouldn't allow it because I was a woman and women didn't have the right to vote yet. I did not take that sitting down. We took it to the circuit court and eventually to the governor. Governor Goodrich said to me, "Esther, you know you can't vote." And I said, "I know that. I don't want to vote. I want people to vote for me." Well, they put my name on that ballot. My name was the first woman's name to appear on an official ballot in the state of Indiana. The two people who got the most votes on that were to be delegates at the convention. And I came in second. So before I had the right to vote, I was an official delegate at the Republican convention. I was there with 1,500 men, the only woman in the room. I've always been very proud of that. I have run for some other positions. I ran for mayor of Richmond. I didn't win, but I don't let that stop me. I imagine I'll run again. Perhaps I'll run for the United States Congress. But I am proud of what I've done both for the cultural life of Richmond and for the rights of women in Indiana.